Well, I think that you're really born an entrepreneur. You either have that entrepreneurial spirit or you don't.
A small business, you get down into the trenches, and you need someone who's going to step by and say, wait a minute, have you seen it this way?
A combination of a take-charge attitude and a willingness to take risks.
It's not how much you know, it's how you can work with people. You can know all the analysis, but if people don't want to work with you, then it's irrelevant.
Mentoring and shaping somebody's life is about connecting with them deeply and believing in them to help them believe in themselves, maybe even before they do.
You need to build something that is meaningful, that requires some innovations and not another way of doing the same thing.
Theresa does have banking in her blood. She actually started out when she was 14 years old, working every summer for the bank where her father was the president, each summer in a different department. By the time she graduated college, she knew quite a bit about banking. When she moved to Rochester, that carried over into a career in banking, and she ultimately was the senior vice president at First National Bank. Theresa's real passion is small business and entrepreneurship. She landed a position as the CEO of an investment company known as Excel Partners.
The Rochester community has really seen the benefit of Theresa as an innovator and a doer. She was the one who really identified the fact that there was a real gap in terms of this community's ability to stimulate economic development in the area of early stage funding for technology companies.
So she was both able to communicate to decision makers on the political level, on the community level, and the business community level.
That's why she was able to sell it to the state so that we generated the funding for it. She sold it to the university because Excel Partners is an affiliate of the University of Rochester.
She pushed the initial legislation to really start the seed funding in New York State and convincing everybody that this is something that you need to do because it's very risky.
It was a remarkable tour de force, I have to say.
When Theresa started, Excel had $2.5 million under management. Now we have over $40 million from New York State that we manage.
She's very discerning, and she can predict trends. Theresa really was the one who said, sell the way you dress. So when I think of Theresa, I think of three things: her generosity, her being a great listener, and her being insightful. She would coach you, she would give you time.
And Theresa is one of those people in my life that when I knew I wanted to do something, but I didn't quite know if it was possible, she showed up. She's just such a believer in being able to accomplish things that are meaningful and believing in people.
She's been a mentor for me, and it's impacted me a lot. It's not often people will try to stay committed. She stayed. Whether it was fast-paced, slow-paced, Theresa was there. And I do that with my own staff. So we'll set goals the same as Theresa did with me.
She thinks in terms of what she can do to make the community better essentially every day. She's built to help other people.
Having grown up in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, I learned at a very early age to give back. Everybody needs somebody. Someone in your life who is going to be the sounding board, if you will, as you go forward into uncharted territories. And I do believe that the Boys and Girls Club serves an extremely vital role in making sure that the children who step across your threshold understand there is someone there for them and they have a safety net. And that safety net is called the Boys and Girls Club of Rochester. We keep an eye towards investing in companies that are going to expand and grow and create jobs. And the same is true for investing in youth. They too will grow up and mature and develop into strong, healthy, civic-minded individuals who will get jobs or even become an entrepreneur themselves. That would be fabulous. And create jobs in the community, having a direct, indirect, and induced benefit for the community as a whole. These startups, much like these young children, are in the formation stage, and there are stops and starts all along the journey, and it does oftentimes take years. It's incumbent to have the patience and the commitment and the perseverance and the foresight to stay with it and not give up, but to be with them side by side as they go forward in that journey.
Theresa's a gift to the Rochester community, and she's a leader. And I think we are most fortunate to have her as probably one of the economic development beacons for the community.
I think the guiding principles of Theresa's life progressed into a world of business and finance and incredible involvement in our community. Today, her passion is bringing both sides of that together.
She really believes in giving a helping hand and providing assistance.
I don't think Theresa would know how to live her life any other way.